Hello, and welcome back to Method Muse, where we talk about science based manifestation methods and concepts. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're into this topic. Let's get started. Today, we're talking about how reducing stress helps you release resistance in manifestation, and why lowering your stress levels and your anxiety around intentions helps you not only manifest faster and easier, but also enjoy the outcome better. So let's first talk about setting limits. Boundaries and setting limits are usually one of the biggest factors of feeling dissatisfaction in your life. Too much energy going out, not enough energy coming in. And we can only process so much information, do so much work, and have so many experiences before our energy runs out and we're burnt out. So setting limits on everything is where you can enjoy the things that you say yes to more. So if it's not an absolute yes in your intentions, when you're setting intentions and you're feeling into your body for alignment and authenticity of do I want this thing and will I enjoy it when it gets here? Because we're really pretty terrible as humans on predicting what will give us joy. We usually think that we'll have joy from having something that appears to give someone else joy, right? So we think, okay, if they have that thing, and they look like they're happy, then if I have that thing, I'll probably be happy. I'll probably be happy with $100,000 sports car. Now, I didn't consider that uh, driving it might be weird. People might pay too much attention to me. I might have a bunch of maintenance bills and costs. I might not even really actually like driving the car. I can't see out of it. I can't see what's going on. I feel like I'm going to crash every minute. These are all things that we can't predict until we get there. It seems like a great idea on the surface, but digging into the deeper actual reality of a thing, of having a thing, of living a daily life with a thing is a completely other thing. So when you set limits, you give yourself a chance to optimize your priorities, to really dig into the desired experience rather than just the thing itself. And, it also creates somatic stability. It helps your body prioritize your needs, emotional, physical, mental needs, because your body and your nervous system and your brain, everything about our bodies as human beings, everything about us seeks stability and homeostasis. And the only times that we want novelty is when it's adjacent to what's already stable. This is why certain things are so much easier to manifest, or at least they feel easier to manifest, because, we're already aligned with it in our nervous system. We already feel comfortable with the idea of that in our identity. So it's more of a lateral move than an actual reprogram, which requires a lot of mental, emotional, and even physical energy to rewire our brains. Because when we change something about our beliefs and our identity, when we change that to move into a manifestation, it requires a rewiring from that intention all the way down through our system, through every part of it. So making sure that we operate at optimal levels and keep our stress levels low on, across the board, and having that rest and recovery time, making sure to get enough sleep and enough downtime, enough time for fun and for social, and not overwhelming yourself with constant activities and projects and a million manifestations. I'm going to manifest this and manifest that. And that's fine if you want all these things. You can maybe even just put them on the back burner, but remember that when you set an intention to have something that you perceive you don't already have, your brain does this little flip flop where it automatically drops your dopamine levels and puts you in a little bit of stress state because you don't immediately see it in your reality. So your brain logs it as a lack of success, as a miss, basically. But if you don't come back with, I actually already have this experience, I'm just trying to have it in a different way. And this is another reason why want doesn't work quite as well as like. I like this thing. I like having this, or I would enjoy having this probably, is a lot different than I need this thing to be happy, which is scarcity. Or I want this thing, which is thinking you don't have access to that experience immediately. You don't want to be overwhelming yourself with this because it low key uses up energy in your system in the background without you realizing it. It's using emotional and psychological energy to be wanting these things, right? So I always recommend manifesting a few things at a time. And then once you're there, then start, updating again. Remember, manifestation in reality is constantly updating your unconscious programs. So it takes a lot of energy to do that. And it's not actually very enjoyable when you're exhausted and stressed out and worn out. So making sure you get enough sleep and downtime is one thing, but also making sure that your rest is productive. Like you are not using your rest time to doom scroll and stress your system out further, that you're not using your rest time to ignore your needs or try to avoid thinking or feeling things that you need to feel out in order to clear out, right? You got to feel it out to clear it out. But if you're sort of unconsciously, and usually it's kind of like on the edge of your consciousness, like, I don't really want to deal with this emotional aspect, or I don't want to deal with this unconscious shadow of myself. So I'm gonna cover it with some sort of false entertainment, like doom scrolling or, binge watching or eating junk food or, doing things that aren't really very productive for your needs or your goals or for really enjoying life. There's nothing wrong with those things, but you don't want to use them as a crutch and you don't want to overdo it. This is another part of setting limits, making sure you set limits for your health, making sure you're eating healthy, taking care of your body, meeting your needs at all times, manifestation or not. Because at the end of the day, the most important manifestation is you loving you, appreciating you, accepting you, and that bleeds out into all the rest of the people and things and environment in your reality. Because the more you are feeling secure inside, the more your perception will perceive things to be secure on the outside. We are an inside out process. So I hope this has helped you to understand a little bit more about why it's important to reduce stress and set limits and maintain your needs when you're trying to manifest new things. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and sign up for the Method Muse newsletter in the description below.